All right. Are you ready?
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Hey yo, it's your boy.
This man messing up the intro
I
already.
messed up
This
the
nigga
intro.
messing up the intro.
It's gonna be terrible. All right,
Man.
it's your boy Dcentos. I'm back in the building. Well, we ain't really left, but we back here for part two. Part two. My co-host, what's your name? Introduce yourself.
You know what it is? It's your boy, Straw Hat Yomo, back at again for another video, 2 for 2. You know my body. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Listen to that J. Cole album. That's pretty nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And
J.
also listen to
Cole.
that Young Thug album as well too. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you can hold
Listen,
that.
overall, for real though, if y'all want me to put you on some game, listen to Joyce Rice. That is a good
that's
album
yes,
right
sir.
there.
Yes, Joyce
That
Rice.
is a good
That's a great
album.
album. That is a great album. But
That is a great album.
that is not why we're here today. The
No.
reason we're gathered here today. All right.
Mm.
Let me start talking about Barack Obama. All right, so we about to talk about
Right.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I was about to play the organs. The reason why we're here today.
Father. All right, we about to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. All right, Jujutsu Kaisen. Basically the anime of the year. The anime everyone was watching. It's the most hyped show. Jujutsu Kaisen. And and I'm gonna start off by saying, you know what? I was wrong. I'm willing to admit that. I was wrong. Now, the thing about with anime is that there's always that one anime show that is overhyped to the like, and it's just like hyped to like a degree where you feel like it doesn't deserve that level of hype. We've had Demon Slayer, we've had Devil May Crybaby, and Devil May Cry Baby, yeah, that's the show. And there's so many shows like that where I think they're great, but I think they have a lot of issues with them. But this show, I thought it'd be the same because it starts off with the main character. What's his name? Yuji Itadori. It's the plot of the show to me is basic. It is a typical shonen show. It is a okay, I'm going to school, but then instead I get transferred to the secret society of people that hunts demons around the world, but no regular people can't see demons. Now I'm going to school to be a demon hunter, and now we got to fight demons and bring balance to the world. That is like, I just described about like 50 shonen shows. I'm pretty sure that's like the plot of Bleach. That's the plot of the Blue Exorcist. That's a lot of plot. That's a plot to a lot of different shows, which is why when I started Jujutsu Kaisen, I saw, oh man, this show is overhyped. It's like, I've seen the show before. What are you gonna do differently that X, Y, and Z haven't done? And I would say I was wrong. So I'm gonna start there. Yoma, what you gotta say?
First of all, I just want to say that I was right and Dcentos was wrong about this show.
Oh my God.
When I said that the show was gonna be hyped, it's gonna live up to the hype. This nigga was like, nah, it ain't gonna live up to the hype. I'm a hater, things like that too. I was like, okay, do you? What's good, Kendra? But I was like, all right, do you? But as a wholesome anime faithful watcher, I was like, yeah, this show is that gas. I know what I'm talking about. But niggas just love to hate.
Hold on. Let me interrupt you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You
was wrong. You was wrong about God of High School, and you was wrong about Tower of God. Okay. You was wrong about Tower of God and God of High School. Don't forget that. Don't forget those L's.
Don't overtalk me now. This ain't. I'm like Kevin Samuels now. Don't overtalk me.
You're not Kevin Samuels.
Don't overtalk me now. This is a Kevin Samuel inspired podcast. Not even a podcast. I don't even know what this is, but yeah. But overall, yeah, like Jujutsu Kaisen, it was dope. I enjoyed it. A lot of people were hyping it up, and I was one of them. And I had read the manga before watching the show, and so when I got to the show, I was like, okay, I'm starting to remember some of this stuff. And one thing we gotta know is that Studio Mappa, the people who made it, they don't miss. These guys,
Jesus,
they know what they're doing. So all I gotta say is that they had good animation, great characters. One thing about that show, about Jujutsu Kaisen, I love the
Mm,
characters. I love like all the interactions. It kind of reminds me of like Black Clover and Fairy Tale. Like I love how these
mm-hmm,
characters interact. I love
mm-hmm.
the power system. It reminds me of Hunter x Hunter as well too. Like everything about the show was just like it was heat. And that soundtrack. Let's talk about that
Mm,
soundtrack. The soundtrack on the very last episode. I found out it
mm,
was from a band I used to listen to back in high school, and I haven't even checked on them since then. So when I found out it was the same band, I was like, "Yo, this is that goat right
mm.
there." And I love the way that they sequence the soundtrack, like one of the soundtracks with like the fight scenes. Like you know what I'm talking about, the very last episode
Right.
where they're
Mm-hmm.
fighting the Blood Brothers. I love that. I loved it.
Mm.
But overall, like that show, that was my show right there. And I'm
Yeah.
reading it to this day right now. All I gotta say is when they animate the second season, y'all not ready. Like for real, I'm hyping this up right now, y'all not ready. Y'all
Oh
not
my
ready.
gosh. It's man, and like you said, all right, positives. Great
Hmm.
animation. Like absolutely fantastic, especially towards like the last couple of episodes. Honestly, throughout the whole show, the animation is very, very solid and is very impressive. And I think I'm not gonna say that this show is carried by the animation, but this show is greatly enhanced by the animation, and because I did say I didn't think the plot was too good, but the animation absolutely solid. Characters now to me to me as everyone knows, I'm a story guy first. Well, you guys probably don't know if this is the first time watching me, but I'm a story guy first, animation guy like last. Like to me, like great animation is good, but I always care about the story. And to me,
Hmm.
and to me, what kind of makes this show great, in my opinion, is the characters. I think that the interactions between Yuji, Nobara, Gojo, whatever all their names are, I feel like they felt like a family almost, kind of like Fairy Tail and Black Clover.
Yeah,
Like they were making jokes, like they had like Super Smash Brother references, they had pop culture references, they had like constant comedy throughout the show. Like it
yeah,
just felt very succinct. And that was like one of my critiques of like Demon Slayer. Because I always felt like Tanjiro was a great character, but the side characters I didn't like their interactions. I thought they didn't mesh well. So seeing this, I thought, like, I'm like, okay, here we got a show with great animation, and we've got a show with a plot that it's not the most unique plot. We've seen it before, so how is this show going to set itself apart from all these other shows? And I really think that it did it with the characters. The characters are absolutely fantastic. Um, man,
hmm.
man, it's woo.
I think my favorite character had to be I don't even know his name, but his power is like the boogie woogie, where he claps and he switches places with people or like certain
The
objects.
man who was clapping, yo.
I love that dude. Like the way he made a lot of pop culture reference. He was like, "What kind of women do you like?" And then what he likes is like a tall
Mm,
girl with a fat ass. And I was like, "Look at this dude. I like this dude. We can connect right there." But like other than that, like I just love this character. Like the certain characters, I love. I think her name is Mai, the girl with the glasses, who doesn't
mm,
have any powers, but she's just very like skilled and talented with weapons.
right.
She's also really nice too.
Mm,
But like overall, like the show is just it just does it right. Like when there's a lot of shonen shows out there that just don't do it,
mm,
But this show just does it right. It does everything that you want exactly to the point where you're like, dang. Like you look back and you're like, you can tell that it's inspired from a lot of other shows. Because the guy who made that made the show Jujutsu Kaisen, I think he's in his 20s. The
oh,
guy's
is
real
he?
young.
Okay.
So he's taken, I'm pretty sure he took inspiration from like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, like no, the big three,
Mm-hmm.
Hunter x Hunter, and put it all into this show and perfected the flaws that were on those shows. Because Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, they all got their flaws. He took the flaws from that and tried to perfect it with this show right here. It might not be perfect, but he did a pretty good job.
I
So
agree. Uh, Let me see. All right, so we've been saying a lot of positives. I would say negatives toward the show. Well, I've already touched on the plot. I still think that the plot is very basic. I didn't think there was anything too crazy. I mean, we've got what are they, curses or demons trying to take over the world for whatever reason. Um uh I didn't like the villains. I think the fights
Wow.
I think the fights between the villains and the the sorcerers or whatever their names are. I think those fights were really good. But I think in terms of what were their villains like, what were their motivations, why are they doing what they're doing? It just it kind of felt empty to me, and uh, like I almost felt like their villains. I would compare them to like the My Hero villains. It's just like I don't think any one of them are really good. It's just we saw a couple of guys,
Wow.
and they're planning what they're planning, but it's not. I don't care for them, if that makes sense. I don't.
Hmm.
It's
I
like, they could be better. There's room
I
for
see
improvement.
I see where you're coming from. And even in the manga, now that I think about it, it doesn't really like give them. They have some characterization, but I guess like I don't really care for them too much per se. But I definitely do see where you're coming from. But you do know why the reason what they're doing, like you know why they're doing it, right? Because they did explain it in the show.
Did I miss that? What was the reason why?
Yeah, they're trying to make a world full of curses, so the curses can live freely without the humans. Like for example, that
Hmm.
person with the tree branch,
Yeah.
she what she wanted was to do like her thing was Mother Nature's like she's the
Okay.
embodiment of Mother Nature, and so she wanted to get rid of humans in general so that there are no like pollution, global warming, things like that.
Okay.
So that was like her reason, and she even said it herself. Other curses, they just want to do it just because, like, they just want to, like, a world where curses can just live free. Kind of like the old days, basically, when Sukuna was ruling around. That's what they want, basically.
Okay.
That's the reason why they want to work with Sukuna as well, too, if I'm understanding that correctly. So that's the plot of the show. But when it comes to, like, the villains per se, like, you are right. I don't really have a favorite other than, I think his name is Mahito, the guy that can, like, transform people into those, like, those
Oh
in
yeah, him.
objects, whatever. And I would say even the guy that dresses up like a monk, I kind of like him just based off the manga from what I've seen. But I know in the show they haven't really shown too much from it. So I mean, when it comes to villains, like they weren't bad, but they weren't like amazing. So I mean that
Uh,
was cool. One guy in my chat was saying that the show did a really good job with the side characters and like the
yeah,
side character
that
fights too.
is.
Like you felt engaged with it too.
I
So
agree. I'm trying to think other negatives. I mean, the baseball episode. Why? That was like that was a
yeah,
filler
even in
episode.
the it was so that's not even a filler. That's also in the manga too. But it feels like a filler to be
It
honest.
did
I
not.
didn't really care for it. That was like the first time where I actually kind of like dozed off on an episode
Yeah.
of Jujutsu Kaisen.
I was like, why is this episode even here? It was kind of it was a big break, from everything that happened, but it
Yeah,
didn't need to be there. I don't.
yeah, it didn't need to be
It
there.
didn't
They
really
just
need
kind
to
of
be there.
maybe they did it just to get like enough break, for the show, but I didn't feel the
Hmm.
need for it. I do got to say that when this next season starts, there's not going to be a break. Like it's just going to go on like a like from a 0 to 100 like real quick. You're going to be seeing a
Hmm.
lot of things happening and like a lot of like
Hmm.
it's going to be shocking. That's all I got to say. It's going to be shocking. So,
The only other thing that bothers me about the show that I don't understand is the guy with the blindfold. His name is Gojo, right?
yeah.
Why is he so strong? And why isn't the head of the sorcerers? Why isn't he the strongest? Like because when he fought, I was like, this guy, he's
Who the
not
head of
really
the
all that
sorcerers?
good.
The
The
old
old
dude?
dude, yeah, yeah, he didn't seem all that good to me. He
So
didn't seem powerful to me.
he's not even the head of the sorcerers.
Okay, he's not.
He's
Okay.
not. Yeah. So that's one thing I thought that I got confused on. That I didn't get cleared up until I was reading the manga. He's not the head of the sorcerers. He's just like I guess one of the I guess captains per se,
Okay.
of the area. That's the best way I can describe it. The head of the so like in Jujutsu Kaisen the world, I guess they have like you've seen Bleach, right?
I've seen parts of it.
So they got captains, and then they got the person who's like in charge of the captains. So
Right.
the person who's in charge of the captains is I forgot his name. I think it's like Tengen or something like that.
Okay.
Where his role, they talked about in the show where he can like shift around like the areas of that Jujutsu Kaisen school
Of the
area.
school.
They talked
Okay.
about that. They didn't show him, but they just talked about it. I think
So he's the
he's the
one in
head of
charge
it.
of that.
And so everyone else under him is more like the captains and things like that too. Um but like
Yeah.
Gojo,
Yeah.
even in the manga, they kind of explained it why he
I,
was so strong. They
I
come
mean,
out with the movie that further explains it a little
okay.
bit, but
Okay, that's
yeah.
what I need because he just seems so young, and I was like, why is he so powerful? Like,
Yeah.
what did he do to get that strong? But I think those are my only critiques of the show. I don't have any more. Not that I can think of on top of my head. Those are my critiques of Jujutsu Kaisen. But all the fights were great. The last two episodes where they each kind of had their time to shine. Man, uh, man,
Yeah.
I I would
Yeah.
at that point
Yeah.
I say Nobara might be my favorite character.
Yeah.
Like the craziness she
Ooh.
had. I was like, oh, this girl, oh, she kind of bad. Okay, I see her. I see
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Even
Um,
what's his name, Megami, he kind of went crazy a little bit too. I was like,
exactly.
yo, he just kind of broke character for a little bit because he just started laughing because he was like the main expansion that he made was it was
Like
he was surprised
incomplete.
that he can do it, but it was broken at the same time.
Hmm.
So he was just like he went crazy. Nobara, she was like one thing I gotta say about the show, they know how to make good girl characters, like
I
strong
agree.
good girl characters. You know,
Hmm.
that girl characters that they feel important, like they can go toe to toe with these main characters as well too. That's one thing I enjoy about the show. I hate when they're making like a lot of these girl characters and they're weak or they have that one moment to shine, but they don't do too much. A lot of shows that, like for example, Naruto has that with Sakura, and also Fire
Yeah.
Force with that cat girl, you know,
Oh,
like or not even
yeah.
the cat girl, that nun girl, to
Oh, the
even worse,
nun
you
and
know.
the cat. Well, she's a nun.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the cat girl kind of she got a power up, but that nun girl like they don't do anything. I hate
I,
when shows do that. So
yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen did a good job with these girl
Yeah. I
characters,
was like, this is way
and
better than
that's how I
Team
appreciate
7.
it.
This is way better than Team 7.
Oh
this
yeah.
is
Oh
hey,
yeah, yeah.
this is
That team
way
seven.
better.
Like I said, like the creator, I'm pretty sure he got some inspiration from a lot of these like old Naruto
Hmm.
shows or like One Piece or whatever, and fixed upon like a lot of these problems that we back then we didn't see it as a big deal, but as you grow up, you're like, I didn't really enjoy it like that, you know.
Right.
So
So it's it's just great. It's great. It's a great show all around. Only problem with the
hmm
villains, but I'm walking away with the show with a lot of positives. A lot of positives to say. I mean the intro was fire. That was a good intro.
intros.
That was a great
The
intro.
for both the wait opening one or opening two.
Opening one was really good.
Yeah, opening two wasn't bad. But I do enjoy opening one a lot. I do enjoy
Hmm.
opening one.
Um,
So even the ending too. Ending one was great. Ending
yeah,
one was
it
great.
was good.
So overall, like I love the show. Um, I don't know, like we're just giving a lot of praises on the show. It had some moments in there, but overall, like I just love it. Jujutsu Kaisen, man, y'all gotta read it. Y'all gotta read it.
Hmm.
And watch it too if you have not seen it. And watch out for that movie. The
Watch
movie's
out
gonna
for the
explain
movie. Yes.
it's based off of I don't want to spoil it.
I don't say it then. Don't say
It's a
it then.
prequel. It's a prequel. That's all I gotta say. It's a prequel. And it's interesting the way that it's written because the person that they're gonna show was supposed to be the main character of this show instead of the Yuji. So that is something that you guys should watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Music
Anything
Kaisen.
else you got to say? Oh, we got to rate it. What are you rating it?
Man. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Final thoughts on Jujutsu. All I gotta say, man. Jujutsu Kaisen. I think 9 out of 10. Easy 9 out of 10 for me. Nine
Yeah,
out
I
of
might have to
ten.
give it a 9 out of 10. You know, I gotta find that clip where you were slandering Jujutsu Kaisen, and then fast forward, make an edit, fast forward to you saying, "Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
you
9
can
out
find.
of 10."
I
I just
already
love it.
admitted that I was wrong.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
hey, I
Okay.
had good reasons. All right,
Okay.
I gave my
Yeah.
reasons.
All right.
I had
All
good
right.
reasons. Okay,
Are
because
you,
I
we trying to go there? We trying to
hey,
go there,
I
huh?
still think Demon Slayer is overrated, but
Oh yeah. I mean,
we
that's overrated.
we don't need to have
Regardless.
that
I mean, it's
conversation.
not bad, but yeah, that's another topic for like another video that we're gonna make on YouTube.
We might have
But
to do that. Is
yeah,
Demon Slayer
yeah.
overrated? We might
We're
do.
gonna get a lot of dislikes. I already
Nah,
know.
nah,
We're
I'm gonna
gonna get a
get
lot of
torched by the anime
dislikes.
community. I'm gonna get torched. Oh, because
I mean,
Zenitsu
hey,
and
I mean that's the
Inosuke are
anime
not good side
community. That's how the
characters.
anime community. They
They are not
just
good side characters. All right, let me
yeah.
stop.
But yeah, he gave it a 9 out of 10. I gave it a 9 out of 10. That is our review of Jujutsu Kaisen. Anything else you want to say for the people?
Uh, you know, we in here. We making these anime videos. Jujutsu Kaisen. Just if you rock with us, man, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Just come rock with us, man. It's your boy Dcentos, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
Dcentos on
yeah.
everything, man. At Dcentos _. Yes,
Let
sir.
me go ahead put you in the chat too, just in case people want to find it. That's at Dcentos_, correct?
Yeah, at Dcentos _ everywhere. Maybe somewhere. That's definitely me on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
so check it out. He's probably gonna be making videos as well too, and putting this upload on YouTube. I would, but your boy's in school, man. So I don't know the next time I'm gonna be streaming. Like, I wish I could stream more often, but I gotta get that degree first.
Yes,
So
sir.
gotta get that degree first. So if you guys want to keep up with me, Straw Hat Yomo on everything: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Um, I don't know what else. OnlyFans. Yeah,
Ah.
I'm joking about the OnlyFans.
Okay.
But yeah, Straw Hat Yomo. That is our review of Jujutsu Kaisen. Thank you, ladies and
All right.
gentlemen.
We out.
Peace.